The relief, though, I can tell you, but it's here and not inside a building. Oof. You can't have 4 months of dry and then decide to rain on that day. That would be beastly. He is special. only his mother could love him. 17th of June, and just been reminiscing with Clive Ringrose from Multicell. So I first met Clive some time ago now, maybe 20 years. I would say at least.
It must be 20
Actually,
years
the problem
now.
with getting older is you realise, I always say to Father, everything I tell him has got to be +5.
Yeah.
And actually, with him, it's +10
Yeah.
years. Actually, I bet it's getting on now.
It would be.
When did you start Multicell? With the...
1989 was when we set the business up.
Right.
I think we've been dealing with yourself about 20-ish years.
Yeah, it would be. If
Supplying
not, thinking
pigeons.
about it, I think it's a bit longer.
Might be.
Yeah, so what Multicell do is battery supply for me. So whenever we need a new battery for the machines, I ring up Clive or Nikki in the office, say what I need, and if they haven't got it, I get the measurements. They find me the battery, pretty much get a choice of 3-year warranty, 1-year warranty, etc.
Yep.
And then depending upon what I want the machine for. And then they also do all of my batteries that we run for the gas bangers and electric fences, etc. But they actually collect them from me. You number them on each battery.
On each one, engrave it on.
You keep them at yours and you keep them charged. And then when I ring up, you send me however many I need, so I don't have to store all these batteries and keep them charged, because that's the worst thing about batteries. They're never charged, are they?
I think with batteries, it's all about maintenance.
Yeah.
It's that charge cycle that keeps them optimum performance.
And then you throw out what's no good or dispose of, and then you just replenish them with new batteries.
As we need to.
And it's all the batteries, isn't it? You've even done refurbs for me on the hand tool batteries.
On power tools, but then we do the small ones for the scarers, electric fences, all your vehicles, agricultural machinery, lorries. So we're a one-stop battery shop, that's what we do.
Which for us actually is so helpful, because you are specialists in that field.
Yeah.
Whatever the machine is, because actually even when you have warranty with machinery, the batteries are excluded.
Yep.
So actually we end up buying the batteries and separately to keep them right. And there's nothing more frustrating personally than going to something and tick 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 won't start, and then
that's
the
what we're
delays
here
and
for.
the cost.
So we're a national company. We supply throughout the country. We do on our own vans. We've got a fleet of 15 vans that we're delivering.
Is that right?
Within our area.
Because we don't come and fetch them. That's what's brilliant for me. Is anybody that delivers for me just is where I put my money, because actually I just don't want to tie up a man, because we're a bit thin on the ground in that sense, to just be going all over.
Well, time is money.
Yeah.
Time is money. So that's what we do, and that's what we're doing here to support the show. It's great.
So we rang Clive and said, Clive, we've got a bit of a problem for the open day. We've got this Starlink we need to be able to, when we go around with the pickup truck and the speakers and we're filming, we want to get that information back to the main place here. Well, that's why we want the Starlink.
Yep.
So then we can live stream. So what we're doing is, you've brought us some batteries, which is going to power the Starlink.
Yeah, we've got the batteries, we've got the inverter. It's a pure sine inverter that will run the Starlink.
And this has got 18 hours of draw, is that right?
18 hours of power.
Yeah, and we need it for the afternoon session. And it's getting the information back, that's right, isn't it, Tom? And so we've got the Starlink, which where's the Starlink come from? Do we know? Oh, we don't know. Okay. Maybe that's one of those conversations I'm going to have when I walk back in. But I'm not on first name terms with Elon, so I can't ask him directly like I asked you. So Clive's very kindly, and his family very kindly supporting us for the open day, and are doing this to help us, which I'm forever grateful. And long may our relationship continue. I bet it's 30 years, you know. I'm just working out on 49, and I've been kicking about here quite a long time.
Well, we started 80, well, we're on our 36th year now, so it might even be.
And we originally got together through what would have been Atlas Farmer, before that Cambridge Farmers.
Well,
we're
now
your relationship's gone through to Fram Farmers,
Fram Farmers, we've been dealing with Anglia Farmers since day one, so 35, 36 years. Yeah. Fram Farmers for about 25 years, so. Yeah, it's just great supporting the industry.
And you were just telling me an interesting story that you had a depot in Evesham.
Yes.
Which a normal household shredder that you have in the office. Because when you first told me, I was thinking of some enormous.
No, it was just a domestic shredder.
and was devastating.
Ignited and yeah, it devastated the place.
And what's frightening about that is we've got 2 shredders in the office.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the story thinking,
oh dear,
this is not good, is it? This is not good.
So yes, so that's been our journey.
But your original career, before you went into this and joined the family, was actually in butchery.
Well, farming and butchering. So my dad was farmers and butchers, retired through injury when I was 23.
Yeah.
So my brother went then straight back into butchering. He's still butchering today. And I was more the farming, but then I tied up with Tony and Sally in Multicell, and that's been the journey where we are today. But it's just passionate to be able to support the industry.
Diversification from farming goes and where people end up.
And, yeah.
But you're basically, when you consider your early career, it is farming.
Yes, it was, and that's still the passion to support that industry now.
And you were telling me if you actually had triplets.
I've got triplet lads, 24 years old, and brilliant.
And did you say one of them now is doing butchery?
One of them is doing a competition butchery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you went to Paris, didn't you?
I've been to Paris this year. He was in the World Butchers Challenge, and he come 5th.
Of the world?
In the world.
Yes.
Then he just done another competition in Germany 3 weeks later, and he won that.
Yeah.
He's got the World Butcher Wars at the end of this month, so I'm still involved in farming and butchering.
Yeah.
It's great just to support the industry. And it's great to support you at the show.
Is your father still alive?
Unfortunately, he passed away 8 years ago.
That's a shame. So he isn't getting to see this.
He's not getting to see that.
Because
and that's the hard bit.
You say your son's 24.
Yes.
So he's really getting into this now, and I suspect the German win sort of inspired him more.
Yes, and then he's just done Scotland Butcher Wars a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And 3rd, and it's just a journey, isn't it?
And so far, if you were looking at world people to try and beat or compete with, who would be at the moment one of the fierce competitors? Nationality-wise.
You got Australia.
Okay.
They're up there. Australia, France, Germany.
What about South Africa?
Not in the elite.
Okay.
They're the 3 elite ones, really.
The reason I say that is you sort of always imagine in your mind, don't you, that Australians, South Africans, they have more connection with meat.
Yeah.
It's more diet focused,
Yeah.
and you know the way their vastness of their country.
But the competition it's not as you think it is. You only get a set amount of time to prepare that meat.
Okay.
And you've got to get it down to retail, so you've got to make it look as good and as fancy and as smart as you can, and that's what it's about. Great, love it. I love it.
Brilliant.
But it's just great now to keep supporting the industry.
And do you think for the butchery side it is growing? Is there more interest?
I think there seems a lot more interest. I think people want to know where meat's coming from.
Yeah.
I think they want to know what it's fed on.
Yeah.
Did it source locally?
Yeah.
Yes, you can buy it from supermarkets, but you don't know the journey of that.
No.
And that's important in today's industry, I think.
Well, there's been quite a lot of climate sort of pressure, hasn't there, on livestock rearing, one for a better word. But it's interesting that actually there's almost a revival.
Yeah.
I saw a statistic recently about the number of abattoirs which have closed down from what there was post-war to today was devastating. And there was an announcement only last week for another one which is closing. But the fact that there's an interest happening in it.
And I think because the family's still involved in that, I say one of my lads is a butcher, the other one is passionate on farming, so he's got his own stock. He's starting producing meat for the shop, so the shop's becoming self-sufficient of their own food.
Nice.
So all the pigs will be self-sufficient this year, hopefully, and then all lamb going through the shop will be self-sufficient by the end of next year.
Yeah.
So they're really pushing on to be self-sufficient going through the shop as well. It's great.
And will you be here, Clive, on the open day?
I will be here on the open day.
So people can come and chat to you about butchery, or they can come and talk to you about
batteries. I'd love to support on both.
Your primary purpose, of course.
Yes.
But no, so we look forward to getting the Starlink working.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated to know where the Starlink's coming from now when I go back in the office. It's my first question. But thank you.
Not even done my hair.
What do you mean you haven't done your hair? That's how your hair always does. I've never actually seen it combed yet.
Well,
have you got a comb?
Combed. Don't got fingers for that.
Okay,
Too busy for a comb, James.
So poor old Simon, he's under pressure. He sat here, and when Tom walks in, he's sort of, what do you need? What do you need? I've got too much on. But Tom said, oh, you just got to be charismatic.
Yeah, well, that's a tough start for me, obviously.
Anyway, this is the layout of the stands and the plan, yes? 'Cause it's
Well,
only, you know when it is, don't you?
Well,
It's only next week.
Well, it is for the moment until you change it in probably 10 minutes' time.
I'm not getting involved. The only question I have for you is, where's the Starlink coming from?
Starlink's coming. AV, Adam, our AV chap, is providing Starlink.
Right,
and
okay.
Clive
So
provided
Clive's
the
on the
batteries.
batteries, and he's just put them together, so that's all operational.
That's
where the Starlink's coming
it's a great team effort, and then it will all go on to Cheffin's speaker truck.
Yeah. And
That'll
then
be in the
that's going
field.
to get us a signal.
Correct.
Perfect. All right, so you're hard at it, and Kate's typing away. I don't know if she's actually doing anything constructive, just tapping the keyboard. But yes, it's very busy in here, isn't it, Mara? You're not lonely in here, are you? All right, this is Aaron. Look at these sandals.
Safety boots.
Safety boots, are they? And so Kieran's bought a buddy from New Zealand. Is this what you've gone and bought?
Yeah.
It's better than the one you and Richard had. The first one that died, didn't it? Was it the Mini? You killed it, didn't you?
Yeah. No, we had. Then we brought a Focus after that.
That's it. And you're driving to Edinburgh to the Highland Show.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that today?
Nah. Starts on Thursday, I think.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. And so Kieran this year is driving a combine. He's on number 2, which Richard was on last year. And then Aaron's going to be on a chaser bin. We don't know which number. But what's so ridiculous about this is we've also got another Kieran and an Aaron on the farm, both driving combines.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, and we've got several Toms, haven't we? We don't have any other Freddies and Raymonds, though, or any other Glyns. But
Not
we
yet,
have not yet. You're quite right. Yeah.
2 Chris's too, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, 2 Chris's. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, everything's in like Noah's Ark round here. Everything's in pairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same with the machinery. That's all in equals.
True. Yeah.
But we haven't got another 1167 though yet. But in time.
Yeah.
But anyway, Highland Show is one of my favourite shows.
Yeah, it was pretty good last year. Can
Yeah.
have a look round.
You went last year?
Yes, we did. Yeah, me and Richard went. Yeah.
Oh, good. And have you got any pals you're going to meet up there?
Yes. Yeah, there'd be quite a few of us up
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's sort of you all congregating together.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So you'll be absolutely useless the next day.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm surprised you didn't buy an estate car.
Yeah.
So you could have slept in it.
Hopefully this one will be
Van,
right.
yeah. But, oh, good. Well, it's lovely to have you back. And yesterday was good weather. Today's good weather. Sort of putting you. Your first time to England for you.
Yeah. It is.
So actually, you think the weather's good here now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked a good week
Be a
to
shock
come.
to the system.
And everything they've told you about the English weather's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. And then we got Thomas, who's coming on Friday, and I'm just finalising. Yes, another Tom. I know. You wanted to be the only one, didn't you?
Not Tom 2. That's Tom 3 now.
Oh, that's Tom 3. Yeah, that's 3 Toms. Yeah. He wanted to be special.
Yeah.
But you'll get used to Tom. Don't worry. Yeah, he is special. Only his mother could love him. Okay, so they're putting the drain in now. So putting a drain to go around the base just to catch any water we're worried about coming out of the soil, etc. Don't want it to. This isn't a perimeter wall for a building or anything. This is just a wall to hold the soil back. And then the building goes on the inside of this. So we'll have sort of a metre, I suppose, around the outside between the wall and the building. But we're just putting that in, and we'll backfill that and landscape this, and then we'll have to get some turf and just put this right. Got a curb going along the bottom there tomorrow, just to line this all out. And got some more panels going up round the corner, just because of the way we're sort of in a valley. So that will work out. There's Chris up there in the cab, so hopefully he's smiling, so he must be talking to a lady. I said, you must have been talking to a woman, because nobody smiles, and he said, unless he's won the lottery. Well, I'm fairly sure if you'd won the lottery, I'd be watching you running.
You'd know.
Yeah.
208 million.
That's what Tom claims, that he's going to win 208 million tonight.
Yeah.
That's what he claims, but he comes from that woke lot who think that they're ready to be discovered.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, it comes from that generation.
Keeps wishing.
Yeah, he's just waiting for someone to notice him.
Yeah, in the shadows still.
Do you know my electricity's gone in my house?
Yeah, you said
I lost 2 phases. Anyway, they're here and they've dug up. It's on my path.
Is it?
Around the garage. Anyway, they've found it now. And when they dug up the stones, they smell the stones. It smells
sulphur.
it's burning. You know, you can smell
Yeah.
which is amazing. I was so grateful that they've found the problem
Somewhere else.
on the grass,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a path they've ripped up, but not under a building.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? The guy said if it'd been under the building, he'd have cut it in 2 places. He'd have put a
brought
brand
it
new.
round.
He'd have created a brand new loop.
Yeah, it would have made more sense.
But poor, didn't want that problem. This looks good.
What sort of power are you pulling at your house to pump a wire?
It's done a stair.
Down a stair lift. So just to be clear, you are actually doing nighttime because of the temperature to put the N18, N20 on.
Yeah.
So 200 liquid fur, 100 litres of water.
Yeah.
So it's diluted, 300 litres a hectare application through normal nozzles.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. So
Are you
it's-
both through twin lines at the moment?
yeah.
Okay.
3 knots. Yes.
So, and what speed can you travel at?
Getting about 12.5k.
What do you get?
Yeah, about that.
Same.
Yeah, about the same.
Okay, so it's a lot to do with the nozzle
Yeah.
selections.
Yeah.
And so you've got 2 Bowsers, one with water, one with fur.
fur tonight.
And then you've got a bit to do.
Yes.
Okay, got a bit to do.
We've got a bit to do. We've got, what did I get, 2.5 tanks out last night between 10 o'clock and 2:30.
Okay. Where did you go then? Because that's actually quite slow, isn't it?
Long Wilds and Trinity.
Oh, so a lot of travelling.
A lot of travelling.
Okay, yeah. Because that's quite a high water rate, 300
Yeah.
litres a hectare, and
Yeah.
then 8,000.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to get rid of an 8,000 litre tank.
It takes longer to fill up
Yeah.
twice because you have to go out of 2
Yeah.
Bowsers. Yeah, okay. How did you find the other sprayer?
Yeah, nice.
So, Aaron and Kieran have arrived from New Zealand. So we have another Aaron.
Oh, we've got 2 Aarons now.
Oh, you met them?
So we've got double Aaron, double Kieran.
Double Kieran, double
Double
Aaron. Can you believe it? So Tom's suggestion is for Aaron and Aaron go together and Kieran go together, meaning
is true.
that, but it can't be Kieran and Kieran actually.
It
No,
can.
you got that wrong because they're both combine drivers. Equally, and then
Well, you put the 2 Kierans together as 2 combine drivers,
as a pair.
as a pair.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to be more put out. So no, I'm going to put all the names in a bag again.
We're going to do the same again?
Yeah.
We'll still have our same combines though.
Oh yeah, no, keep your combine.
I was about to say, bloody hell, I don't want Graham's combine from last
don't
year.
you worry about that, yeah. Aaron's got Graham's combine.
Oh God, no thank
It's
you.
only had one terrible owner.
No, I'm sure it'll go well.
Yeah, no, it's
Only one careful lady driver.
Yeah, okay. He's here next week. He'll
Yeah.
hear this and he'll go have a word with you. And he's not going to be happy. That's Dusty. His lorry is Dusty. So they're moving wheat between shed. Oh, that's not ideal. He's moving wheat between sheds and getting that shed cleaned out, get it all blown down, get that one ready. So I've got feed wheat coming out of there, and then we're having to move that to a different shed, and then that's going to get cleaned out. It's going to be filled with milling wheat. So yeah, everything. The oats are in now; they're full, and then it will just leave us our barley shed and our milling wheat shed left to fill at harvest. Everything else will be full. So I think we'll have to work out where the peas are going and the oats are going, but I suspect the oats and the peas will go to cam grain in their silos, and then we'll carry on concentrating on filling these up with milling wheat. There's a lot of milling wheat going to be here this season. Yeah, whether that's a prediction of whether people consider it to be a poor year or not coming forward, I don't know. But the French guys have just predicted the lowest yields so far. So each farmer, I asked them what they think my wheats are going to yield. Their prediction's lower. So they're at 8.5 tonne a hectare, so that's not good. I like the ones that tell me it's over 10. And I think the reality is I think these ones are probably more accurate. Isn't that right, Pete?
No one's going to say yes. I've got nothing to do, are they?
No.
I mean, that is a schoolboy error.
Yeah, that is schoolboy,
yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
that is.
No, I was just
yes.
apologising about his strimmer, but he said it's fine today.
It's fine.
Did you hear about his mower?
No.
I sharpened the blades for you.
What again?
Oh,
Well,
What,
when I mounted the curb. When I mounted the curb,
Is that what that noise was?
yeah,
yesterday?
that was sharpening the blades. No, I think it's a special sharpening curb, Pete. You'll be okay. It's a special stone.
That's why it looks a bit weird out there now.
Yeah, on one side.
Yeah.
You've got no idea how possessive I am about this mower.
I do.
And the strimmer.
I do know.
And the shovel.
The only thing he doesn't do is take the key home with him.
I'll tell you what, that has cost my
I
mind.
bet it has. I bet it has.
That has cost
I was on it again this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I needed to mow where the plough was going. I was concerned if I didn't do it, then the weeds would grow up.
Yes.
Yeah. So I suppose you're on it now, aren't you?
Glued to the seat.
Right, that's it, is it? Well, it's looking smart out there now.
Well, we're getting there, aren't we? Bit
Have you
by
seen they're
bit.
digging a hole in the field?
Yeah, I was slightly perplexed.
They've lifted the path up,
Yeah, I know.
all the path
yes.
everyone's going to walk on.
Yes.
I bet
And-
that's going to be a new problem because, of course, that won't set in time, will it?
Probably not. And it might not be quite so level compared to everything else if it's not put back nice. And I'm hoping all the red dots on your lawn,
Wash out. Here's-
no, are nothing other than red dots. They're not a hole going in your back garden,
no,
surely.
they're not. No, he told me that is actually washable
Right.
spray,
Oh, okay.
but it's the line of the cable.
Ah,
I've done a video now, so we know where it goes.
right. Okay. I was slightly concerned that that was a new version of dot to dot on your lawn, and I was thinking, no, please, no.
I'm so pleased they found it where they found it. I was terrified it was going to be under the house,
Yeah,
the cable.
yeah.
I don't know why it's gone wrong now.
Timing,
Yeah.
karma, fate, whatever you want to call
Well,
it.
have you seen the weather forecast, Pete?
No.
The 25th currently has little symbols of drops of water on it,
Does it really?
but a lot will change between
There's,
now and
there's
then.
no amber triangles or anything
No, I'm going
with
to
it
have
as
a
well,
word.
is
I'm
there?
going to send some smoke signals up the garden. We're going to have a chat.
There's no
We're going
weather
to fall
warning.
out.
God, dear, oh dear.
You can't have 4 months of dry and then decide to rain on that day. That would be beastly.
That would be slightly unreasonable.
Yeah, that
wouldn't
would be
it?
unreasonable, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You did say harvest and it would start raining.
Yeah, well,
that's because you've been banding the 26 about. That's so it's your fault then, really.
If I move the combines out the shed,
Yeah.
then that would
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, I'll bring it on early, like having a baby. That looks dented.
Good. Who's where? Where?
That looks dented, Pete.
What, this?
Yeah, no, here, look, this all looks a bit. Is that why it doesn't cut very well?
That's the operator. There's nothing to do with the dents. That's character. That's not a dent.
That
that's
went
character.
like dream this morning for me.
I bet it did. I bet you had it flat out. I bet the engine was screaming.
Yeah. There was a bit of smoke coming out. It hasn't
Oh.
been run like that for a while.
Goodness me. Did you blow the cobwebs out of the exhaust?
Oh yeah. The oil actually got hot.
Did it? The tyres were burning, were they, when you got back?
Some of the peas look like they're changing colour slightly. You can always see in the tram line where it's not so clever. But then there's some quite big crops out here. Just having a look at the peas in the pods here. And they actually look very well. I love the taste of the peas this time of year, where they're real soft and lovely. Like garden peas. Real nice taste. But Freddie's just up here checking the bangers are still working, making sure now we're nearly got the pigeons, I think, into a corner. Just a couple of areas that they've sort of got into. Once they get into an area like a tram line or something like that, they strip the crop. Oh boy, that's, just look at the height. Yeah, they're effectively 30 inches, 78 centimetres, something of that order. So, yeah, they're good. They look okay, Freddie. Looks okay. So look, here's Freddie and Freddie and Raymond both use the motorbike just to go around to keep the pigeons off. And it's our most efficient way. They can go up and down the tram line they can get about, can't use a quad bike or anything like that because the crop just gets too tall. The good crop is good here. The crop is good. Peas are good, look.
Yeah, what this is, look what. Oh. So what here, what?
Yeah, still flowering. Oh, the pigeons get on the top.
Yeah.
One of the problems we have is that because where there's adjoining houses or residential areas, we try to keep the gas bangers away. Well, the issue is that the pigeons work that out. So of course, what the pigeons do then, they go nearer the houses, etc., because that's where the less disturbance is. So that's where we often end up getting the worst crops, like of this nature, which are affected by pigeons. And so the challenge is then, there's quite a cost actually, considering Freddie and Raymond were effectively one person since we drilled these in March, has been full-time on pigeons, and that's pretty much all one of them has done at any one time, 7 days a week. Is to take it in turns, but just constantly coming and spending hours out here checking for pigeons or just moving them around, etc., using rockets and beeping the horn. That is one of the, if you put that true cost into the gross margin for growing this crop, you wouldn't grow it. It's the same with oilseed rape. There are times, you know, of the year you've got to do the same thing. But there's a lot of goodness though that you can get out, you know, put back into this land by growing a pulse, whether it's beans or peas, and you get a much better first wheat following. Probably as much as 1 or 2 tonne a hectare more, so you could say between 10 and 20% better. So quite substantial amount. Also, we don't generally put that in the gross margin either, but so that's one of the reasons for growing this crop. He's off. Gets it once you keep the pigeons up and get them moving, and don't let them get back down. The idea is effectively you unsettle them continuously, and they feed about twice a day, and there's a lot here for them to eat, and it's just keeping them on the go, and then they find somewhere else to go. But there isn't so much, oh, there's one there. There isn't so much for them else to eat, you know, because there's less oilseed rape, for example, now, and home in on areas like this because their alternative isn't out there. Anyway, so UK Power Networks have located the problem. So 1968 cable they've found, so that's probably when they put the transformer in, I would think. So they've disconnected 2 of the lines there, so they've only got one working at the moment. They're going to repair that cable there, and they found the fault over here, and it was sparking, if that's the right term. And when they dug into the gravel, and you could smell the gravel, you could smell the carbon in the gravel. So it's actually, it's a cable that's been repaired before. We don't know why, but it's actually where the joints are. It's not the old cable, it's on the joint. So it's on the joint that end, and they suspect it's on this one. So they're going to cut it here, cut it back there, put a brand new one in, and they're going to come back tomorrow morning and do that. Then there's another team that comes. So there's 3 teams, in fact. One who comes to investigate in the house, etc. Then another one finds the problem and then repairs it. And then they're going to, another team comes in to make good, to put back all this back into the hole, etc. And they said they're going to put the slabs and everything back down. They've managed to get all the slabs up apparently without breaking them. But so far it's actually quite impressive, considering we rang them in the morning and I suspect they were out within an hour. And then they worked out what to do and sent a team on day 2. We're on 1 phase at the moment in the house, so we've got very little running. And then tomorrow they'll fix it, and then it'd be about making it good. And I need it good because I've got all these people coming. And when we do the house, they're going to walk this way round. So I need to make sure this sets so that it's good for people to walk on. So fingers crossed they've got a team following up behind and all is well. The relief, though, I can tell you, that it's here and not inside a building. Oof. There's one particular area I was especially concerned about, and thank goodness it's not on my house side, it's on the farm side. I can cope with that.
It's the 17th of June, it's currently 10 to 11. We're out on night shift getting the N18 on. Myself, Chris and Aaron are all out. We're trying to get through it before the open day. Conditions aren't ideal during the day with the direct sunlight and the heat that we're currently getting this week, so we're having to do it at night. We're getting on really well. We got a short shift done last night because we worked yesterday day. We were off then this morning and this afternoon, back in late afternoon, get the sprayers filled up, ready to go. We've done one tank load already and we're just heading out for the second tank load. We're just currently at the back of Dry Drayton, knocking that block off, and then we're heading on to Cowdy Cot. We'll keep the two self-propels together and the trail to run as well. Another block just closer to the farm so you can keep working away, and we'll take the trails and try and get through some of the big stuff and try and get it done all before the open day. So we're currently back in the field down here at Trinity. We're currently running at 300 litres, 200 litres of N18 and 100 litres of water per hectare. We're putting them out of the spray nozzles instead of fert nozzles because we're targeting the head instead of the floor like we normally are the rest of the year. So we're running two 025s and an 03 just to get a more 3D style spray and a good coverage across all of the heads. We're getting on really well. The Bowser is back at the yard and will move with us to Cowdy Cot. Chris is getting on really well. He's just nipping up all the small fields which are allowing the self-propels with the bigger tanks to get onto the bigger fields. The wind is staying down tonight, which is good because it did look like it was going to pop up, but we're getting on well, keeping James happy before the open day. So we're currently out in Trinity Field, the field that was drilled by multiple drills. It was a really hard season, but we seem to have come across a couple of block coulters, which is not the end of the world, but considering we managed to get it drilled and it's come through really well, the wheat's looking really well across the whole farm. So hope, fingers crossed for a good harvest. It's definitely not as long a straw as what we've had previously, just with the drought that we had, but the wheat itself is looking well. So it's really interesting to see across the field the variations within the tram lines of all the different drills. It's really interesting. We just currently come down one of the finer tram lines and you can notice that the crop is still growing in the tram line after all the travelling that it's had on this year. So it's surprising to see like the Sprinter and the Certos, especially in the 36 metre tram lines, you really struggle to see crop growing in them, whereas compared to like the finer, the crop is still, I mean it's not a perfect crop, but there's still growth in there, which is quite interesting to compare the compaction across all the drills. So after much persuasion, James informed me the other day that there might be a 12 metre avatar staying after the Horse event to allow us to have another go with it and get us staff members behind it and see what we think about it and get it on some of our equipment. So fingers crossed it stays and doesn't disappear on a lorry, and also James is impressed with it because I think, yeah, when we looked at how it's drilled this year and the wheats that have come out of it, it's a phenomenal drill, but it's all weather and all yearly dependent, but it would definitely be an asset to have to our itinerary of drills.
Tom is taking the mickey out of me because I bought myself a pair of sunglasses for about the first time in about 5 years because the other set have just got scuffed out now. So anyway, I bought myself what was a Prada pair of sunglasses. I thought they looked very smart. Tom thinks it's hilarious. Anyway, he's got no taste, does he? So something I've got to tell you is Tom too, he has organised a raffle for the open day, which I believe that Tom 1 is going to put on the Shopify so you can buy the tickets that way to make it simpler rather than running around with a load of strip of tickets and whatever. So we'll pull the numbers out randomly on the day and then let the people know. So first prize, you get these are tractor models, 3 Fendt tractors, a JCB telehandler and a Class Lexion 8600. The Lexion combine is massive. It's enormous, all basically based on the machines we have here on the farm. Number 2 prize is a merch bundle, so of course in your size, t-shirts, polo, shorts, water bottle, hoodie, so that's prize 2. Prize 3 is an experience for 2 people, 4 harvests, come for the day, ride on the chaser bin, the combine, etc. Of course there is an age limit on that, as we established, you have to be over 13. But you come and spend a day during harvest. And prize 4, which is probably the booby prize, you can come and two people can come and spend the day with me, and I'll take you around and show you all of the farms and behind the scenes, as they say, and etc. And number 5 is a pack of PX beer, which it says here, this one speaks for itself. That's the description. So they're the prizes. So depending on what you're into, should be good fun for the right people. So go on Shopify, and I think it's £5 a ticket, and then that will generate a number, and then the numbers will get auto-generatedly pulled. I believe that's how it's been done. Yes, Tom's nodding. So this is the modern way of doing a raffle, not the old school way, Tom tells me. So you should find them on our website under PX Farms, and have a look at that if you want to get your hat in the ring for a raffle prize. But anyway, thanks for the continuous questions that keep coming through on the channel, and Tom's printed them off for me as well. We've got to a stage now when Tom communicates, because he stood there with the camera, I get sort of eyes and his head doing this sort of thing so I don't forget something. I'm pleased you like the nozzle conversation. It's actually interesting, looking at something which primarily quite a simple device, but actually has a big impact. So we'll look a bit further into that when we go to do the preem and things, and perhaps have a catch up on that aspect. And actually, I'm interested to try different trials myself, just see what impact that actually has within our own farming. When it's harvest, I have a habit of starting on a Sunday. And so I'm sort of thinking it's going to be late June, but we'll have to have a look. There is some barley which is on some red land further down the road, and we'll end up having a look at that. So we will look at that after the open day. It won't be before. Yes, have I seen Wardy's grass? I personally didn't see it, but I'm fully aware of it. And he has made the point of telling me on numerous occasions how wonderful his grass is. But I'm very pleased for him. Mind you, though, now he doesn't need it. Maybe we can have it turfed and bring it back here, and we could lay it on our show field. That would be a good idea. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Look forward to seeing quite a few people next week. So got 108 on Tuesday from the Farmers Club, and currently we've got 2,700 coming on Wednesday. So looking forward to seeing everybody here, and the stands will start setting up on the Tuesday. So that will be good, and look forward to it. And then the conference, of course, and then the working demonstrations. I'm really hoping it's going to be good. I have seen a weather forecast, and I think God is trying to tease me at the moment, because it threatens there might be the odd spot of rain. But there's a long way to go between now and then, and as we know with the British forecast, it does have a habit of changing. I suspect it's going to be very nice hot weather like it is today at 26. But we'll see you Sunday. All the best. Bye-bye.